Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Adam and I'm a junior doctor down in Australia. Today I'm going to be going over my top 3 quick, easy and healthy meals that taste amazing, with the main ingredient featuring oats. I'm going to be talking about how I make them and give you guys my secret tips on how to elevate these meals to the next level. So before we get into the video, don't forget to hit subscribe. These meals are perfect for someone who wants a quick, healthy meal if they don't have a lot of time or they just can't be bothered cooking a fancy meal. So hopefully you have a lot of these ingredients and you can give these a try for yourself. Let's get into the video. So the first meal is overnight oats, and these are great because you can make them the night before and they're ready to go in the morning. They taste amazing and they're full of micronutrients, antioxidants and fiber. Alrighty guys, so you'll need some milk, yogurt, and I choose to use low-fat, high-protein yogurt in both plain and strawberry flavoured. You'll need some quick oats, some chia seeds, some frozen raspberries, some fresh fruit including strawberries and bananas, and my secret tip, some acai powder, which is an absolute game changer. Now the first thing to add is the oats. The oats are great because they're low GI, ultimately meaning that you'll stay satiated for longer and won't get as hungry. It doesn't really matter how much you add. If you're trying to lose weight, you can add a little bit less, and if you're trying to gain some mass, you can add a bit more. The next thing to add in is some chia seeds. Again, it doesn't really matter how much you add, just chuck in however much you're feeling. Now these are great because they're a good source of fiber, protein, omega-3 fatty acids, as well as tons of minerals. The next ingredient is yogurt. Now it's up to you what yogurt you can choose. You can either go with plain or you can go with a flavoured yogurt. I often choose a yogurt that's high in protein and low in fat, just to be a bit more calorie friendly. Now a hot tip is to make a couple of portions at once, and you can use different flavours for each one, meaning they're ready to go for the next couple of days and just saves your future self so much time and effort. Now the next thing to add are the frozen raspberries. You can add any frozen fruit, but in my opinion, the frozen raspberries are the best because they just add so much flavour. And when you do it, just make sure that you actually have some left in your packet and try and do a better job than me and not spill them all over your bench. Now another little trick with the frozen raspberries, if they're still quite frozen, you should put them in the microwave for about 20 seconds or so, just to soften them up a little bit. Now once you got your frozen raspberries in the bowl, the next thing to do is to add some acai powder. Now this is my little secret tip. Adding this to your overnight oats just is an absolute game changer. It's full of antioxidants, so it's really good for you. It's made up of different kind of berries and ultimately it just tastes so nice. So this is an absolute must when you're making your overnight oats. Alright, so the next step is to mash up your oats in your acai or acai powder. I actually have no idea how to say that word. Anyway, the important thing here is just get involved with it. Just mash it up as much as you can. I think it's kind of ready when it gets to almost like a jelly-like substance. It's just kind of all mixed together. There's no big parts and it's kind of more fluid. Don't know if that describes it that well, but you guys get the point. All right, guys, so once you've gone to town and you've mashed it all up and gotten it to a consistency that you like, this is where you can now add it into your oats. So make sure to scoop up all that fruity goodness and chuck it in. And you can see now that the overnight oats are starting to take form. And you can just see that all these ingredients are just adding so much flavor that literally, guys, this is just one of the best things that you can make. Okay, so the next thing to add is the milk. And again, a common theme of the whole video, I don't really measure it out, I just eyeball it. It doesn't really matter how much you add, but just know the more you add, it will make it a little bit more creamier, but also it won't be as thick. But overall, it's not gonna make much difference. So the next step is to mix it all together. So just grab a utensil and just start launching. Try and mix it all up really well. As you can see, I've not done the most amazing job. So just try and make sure that you scoop all those oats and everything from the bottom and make sure that it all mixes together really well. And this is what it should look like once you've actually mixed it all together properly. So the next thing I've done is I've chopped up a banana. So once you've got it chopped up nice and fine, you can add it in and you can start to garnish your overnight oats. Ultimately, you can choose whatever kind of fruit or toppings that you want. And hot tip, try not to do what I do and spill all over the place. Now, so onto these naughty little bad boys. So I absolutely love strawberries, but again, it doesn't really matter what you add in. If you like other fruits, feel free to chuck them in. Ultimately, just adding some extra fruit on top to garnish it is just gonna enhance the flavor and it's going to give you some extra health points. So get involved with some more fruits. The final step is just to add a lid and throw it in the fridge overnight. The flavors will all mix together and just become really enhanced and vibrant. So guys, this is a must try. It's a healthy meal and it tastes amazing. So definitely give this one a go. All right, so the next one we're gonna make is a smoothie. Now again, this is a basic one, but it's so clutch because it tastes super good and it's so quick and easy to make. So all you need for it is your container, some oats, some frozen berries, and some protein. Now what I like to do is add some water first so you don't get it all clumping at the bottom. Add in your oats, and again, it doesn't matter how much you want to add. The more you add, the more calories it'll be, but it'll also keep you fuller for longer. So just keep that in mind. Add your berries and add some protein. I normally like to add in 1 total scoop. Now this is my little hack. I like to add in some spinach. Now I know this may seem gross, but the spinach itself adds tons of micronutrients that you might not otherwise get, and can knock off one of your servings of veggies for the day. And to be honest, you actually can't taste it. The other flavors of the frozen berries and the protein are so strong that it cancels out any flavor that you might taste from the spinach. Now, give it a thorough James Bond style shake, not a stir, and then chuck it into the blender. Once it's blended up, you can pour it into a glass or drink it straight from the container. And that's it guys, done, ready to go. Super quick, super easy, super healthy. Give it a go. All right guys, so the final meal is an oat bowl. And this is honestly my favorite meal of all 3. And I'll show you guys why. There's a few little tricks that I like to do that ultimately elevate this meal to the next level. So the first step is to add your oats into the bowl. Once you've done that, finally chop up a banana. Now this is my first little secret tip for these oats. Add the banana into the oats and then put some water in and mash it all together. Now where most people would probably add the fresh banana to the oats at the end, I like to put it in before you microwave your oats, because when you put it in and microwave it all together, it creates this almost melted cooked banana taste, and it is absolutely key. It just makes the oats taste so much better. So now take your oats and banana and put it in the microwave for long enough to ensure that all the banana melts into the oats. So the next step is my second secret tip. Take some frozen berries and ideally take a few. I've chosen some raspberries and strawberries, and chuck them into the microwave. Put them in long enough that the berries start to melt. What this does is create a gooey substance. All the flavors of the berries mix together and they produce this amazing fruity, vibrant syrup. And if you've still got some big chunks, you can mash it with a fork just to make sure it all disintegrates and mixes together. So once your berries are prepared, you can now pour them into your oats. When you do this, make sure you get all of that syrup that's resulted from microwaving your berries. This is key because it's full of so much flavor and it's just gonna make your oats taste so good. Now my final step is to just add a touch of Nutella, as it gives it a hint of chocolate flavoring, which again just elevates the oats that slight bit more. Now if you're watching your calories, you do not need to add this extra step, because with the melted banana and the melted mixed berries, these oats are already going to taste amazing. So it's up to you whether you want to do this final step or not. Either way, make sure to mix it all up, and that's it, done. A quick, healthy, easy to prepare meal. And don't worry about making the presentation Instagram worthy, because one taste of these oats is going to blow your mind. And that's it guys, my top 3 oat meals that are quick, easy, healthy, and they taste amazing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.